Commander Harpreet Singh, 06251F, assumed command of the sail training ship INS Tarangini on 3rd January 2025. During his tenure on board, he displayed exemplary qualities of leadership, grit, and high standards of professionalism. The officer, after taking over the command of the ship, as first sortie was tasked to undertake long range training deployment for the Sea Trainees on the East Coast and the Southeast Asian countries. The ship cast off from Kochi on 16 January 2025 for her next port of call, Port Blair in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. On 21st January 25, at about 2300 hours, during the ship's transit through dense traffic separation scheme TSS off the coast of Sri Lanka, the ship faced an adverse weather conditions wherein the winds were gusting up to 40 to 45 knots and sea state was 5 to 6 and resulting in ships rolling up to 35 degrees either side and intensive pitching. The ship's port engine suffered a catastrophic failure. The ship's speed immediately dropped to 1.5 knots and lost all her directional control due to heavy, severe winds, current, and tidal conditions. The ship started drifting dangerously with an offset of up to 90 degrees from its heading. Exercising an exceptional presence of mind, the officer swiftly altered the course using the limited power from the remaining engine, maneuvering the ship from immediate danger and averting a catastrophic collision with other ships in the TSS. In dark night and extreme weather conditions, he maintained calm composure, demonstrated exceptional decision making, seamanship, and proactively navigated the ship towards safe waters nearer to the Sri Lankan coast. In spite of limited navigational aids available on board this class of ship. On 21st January 25, at about 1100 hours, while the ship was still battling from the loss of port engine, it suffered a malfunction on the starboard engine as well, leaving the ship completely devoid of propulsion in an extremely severe weather and highly trafficked maritime environment. In such perilous conditions, deploying the mainsail to gain any forward movement would risk dangerous listing and potential capsizing of the ship due to strong gusting winds and heavy swell. The officer once again showcased exceptional presence of mind and expert seamanship, deploying a few selected forward and aft sails judiciously to maintain some directional control of the ship and thereby use the prevailing surface current and tidal drift to gradually maneuver the ship clear of the traffic zone. At that time, the ship was around 500 nautical miles away from the nearest Indian port and had to not only rely on the existing weather conditions for deployment of sails but also remain clear of all other traffic along the route. The ship was severely restricted in maneuvering characteristics in the prevailing weather conditions, especially in the rudder angle. Of course, deviation was limited to only 5 to 10 degrees either side due to strong crosswinds. The officer persisted with untiring resolve, spent long hours on the bridge, constantly evaluating the safety of the ship and its crew. During the return passage, he ensured that the ship reached safer waters to drift during the adverse weather conditions and deployed the sails in only very few suitable as well as available weather conditions, enabling gradual headway towards the base port. The ship, under his command, successfully completed a perilous 7-day ordeal and returned safely to Kochi harbor with no loss of life or damage to the ship. National Defense salutes Commander Harpreet Singh for his bravery and courage and presence of mind. Thanks for watching National Defense. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.